Hey guys, Jimmy here on Suburban Survivalist. What we're doing today is making a very neat soda cap or bottle cap container. All you're going to need for this project is 2 bottles of a similar or the same size cap. It's not very scientific. Like, it'll work if one's just a hair smaller, but I'm just using the same bottles. The iced tea, the Arizona iced tea jugs don't work as well as some other ones. I think Gatorade bottles would be the best, but once you're done using them, wash them out and then have them ready and I just store them. We have like 30 of them. You're going to need a small saw. This is just like a small hacksaw, a hot glue gun or a epoxy or Gorilla Glue like this. Okay, so just Gorilla Glue. I'm going to make this one with Gorilla Glue. And if you use the Gorilla Glue, you're going to need a clamp. Okay, so let's start this process with your vise. You don't need a vise. You don't need a vise for this, but a vise would be very helpful so you can make more precise cuts. Okay, so put your bottle in the vise and, oh, that's not good. I didn't wash this one out. It looks like. Okay. So just put your bottle in the vise. All you're going to do is you're going to take your hacksaw and cut it right under the little rib. If you can see that, right under this little rib. So there's going to be like a small piece of plastic right underneath where the threading for the cap is, okay? And you're going to cut right there and try to make a very flat cut and just take your time with it. Okay, so I'm going to finish that up. And also you're going to need some sandpaper, like 60 grit. Okay, so now that you have done that for both of your bottle caps, okay, just clean out that. And you're going to see they're not flat at all. They're all burry and everything, okay? And you really just need to fix that with your sandpaper. So get all the water and plastic out of it, okay? And I just taped a piece of 60 grit. You could go lower, like 30, 40 grit, but you could also go, like, I've done one with 150, but I think that 60, 80 grit is about the best you can do. So you're just going to sand it until it is all flat. You might want to use the razor blade. You might just want to use a razor blade to do some of it if it's a lot of work to do, but the 60 grit takes material off very quickly. So I'll be back to you when I've sanded them both flush. Okay, so both of these are flat. Now what you're going to need to do is this is an optional step, but you're going to take an old business card, or it needs to be like the plastic. It could be like a room key or an old credit card or something, okay? And just flatten it. Like what I mean by flatten it is if there's any letters on it, you can take this off. I don't really think it's a mandatory step in this, but it will help to just make it look kind of cleaner. So just flatten it out. You don't have to do it too much, but that's really all you're going to need. Then you're going to take a Sharpie and trace the outline. Can you guys see that? Yeah. So, and trace the outline of the bottle cap you're using. With a smaller bottle cap, you could probably get 2 on 1 card. Okay? Just trace the outline of... Sorry if I'm getting in the way of the camera. All I'm doing is I'm tracing the outline of the cap onto the card. Okay? So, it's not going to be perfect, but you're just going to cut that out. And then this is going to be the layer in between. This is going to be the layer in between each cap. So there's going to be like, I'm going to glue this to there, and then that to there. So then it's like 2 different compartments. But if you just want to make one big compartment, that is fine as well. I make a little bit of each. So then you're just going to take a pair of heavy-duty scissors or like a pair of shears or something like that and just cut that shape out. There, so then it's like 2 different compartments. But if you just want to make one big compartment, that is fine as well. I make a little bit of each. So then you're just going to take a pair of heavy-duty scissors or like a pair of shears or something like that and just cut that shape out. Okay. So that is good. Now you're just going to need to get your hot glue gun fired up or your Gorilla Glue out and ready. I think I'm going to use the hot glue gun for this. And maybe we'll just use the Gorilla Glue. The Gorilla Glue makes a stronger bond, but is less, but is kind of like less easy, you know, like, and then it takes longer to dry and everything. So I usually just use hot glue, but I don't want to have to fool around with hot glue right now. Cheers. So I'm just going to cut a piece of cardboard off right here. And Gorilla Glue makes a stronger bond, if I didn't say that already. And it will make it so it is actually waterproof, because with the hot glue, unless you do it really well, which I really don't because I'm new with hot glue, is it'll be like very water resistant, but not waterproof, if that makes sense. Okay. And I'll put a glove on just so I don't get my hands all sticky. And I do not waste my nitrile gloves on products like this. Like, sometimes they have these out at like Shoppers and everything for the workers and stuff. So I just take some every once in a while. You're not going to need much at all. I just take like a wooden stick or something and mix it up a little bit, get a lot on there, mix it on, or spread it onto the first one. And this gives you a good bit of working time before it hardens and is impossible to like work with anymore. Okay, so we have just finished gluing everything together, and you can see the business card or the credit card there, and we just put it in a clamp, and then wait a couple hours for the Gorilla Glue to dry, and then I will come back to you with final thoughts, reactions, and all of that. Okay, so the cap is not done drying yet, but I didn't really want to wait for it to dry to film the rest of the video because I'm kind of busy for the rest of the day. So I'm just going to do the final thoughts and stuff right now. So it makes an excellent container that is with the Gorilla Glue, it's waterproof, and maybe even airtight. I'm probably not though. With the hot glue, it makes a very good, very water resistant. Like when I made one with hot glue, like I could blow air through it pretty easily. But when I submerged it in water filled it with cotton balls, it didn't get wet, and I put it around. But so not waterproof, but makes very good, very cheap. Really, all you need is trash and basic hand tools and some glue. I mean, and the clamp is just easier to do it with, but you could put like a stack of books on top of it and call it a day. You just need a hacksaw, scissors, and some sandpaper. Like it's that easy, and you could probably make one in 5 minutes if you skip the card in between to like separate the two compartments. If you skip that part, it would be a very easy project that I think anybody could do. And like I don't have access to any power tools, or some power tools, but I didn't really want to use them. And this takes no power tools. I mean, you could probably do this with just what's in your kitchen. You know, like some super glue, a serrated like steak knife, and a pair of scissors. However, that's not the best things to do. You can get it done and it would work great. So anyway, this is Jimmy on Suburban Survivalist. I'm going to try to get as many videos up to you guys as I can this week because I'm off for winter break. But please like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you like it. Give me ideas of other small projects like this. I would love to do them and learn about them. Thanks for watching.